Hey guys, it's Vince. Today in this video we are going to be talking about how to set up your safe z-axis height within Pumotix. Now before we do that, I just want to cover what I've got on the screen here. I'm naturally inside of Pumotix. I've got an arbitrary simulated job here for Indian motorcycles. You can see here I've got my arbitrary table set up, and we can see our soft limits are enabled. We can see here the soft limits button is enabled. If I click on this, you see them go away. If I hit it again, you can see the soft limits come back. You can also see the little diagram down here in the bottom right corner. But what I want you guys to really pay attention to is you can see that one of these actual dotted line boxes is red. And what that's indicating is one of your axis is actually going to be penetrated by G-code of your soft limit. Now what does that mean to you? Well, that means naturally you should not run this G-code naturally, as you're going to get an error message. If you were to hit start, you can see my console's already on, the simulator is selected. Naturally, simulator warning I'm coming up because I do not have the PLCM connected. I'm just showing you here this quick tutorial. If I click OK, it's now letting me know G-code is outside the axis boundaries. Do you want to continue? Meaning it's questioning you. Of course you would say no. Because if you do continue, you're going to find that your soft limit for the particular axis. Now, if you guys want to see which axis it would be, you got a couple ways of doing that. The fastest way of doing it is come over here where you've got your soft limit button for each axis and just click on it. And you can see as soon as I did that, I turned off the z-axis, which is going to be the most common axis that you would be exceeding. That went away completely. There is no more red box. You don't see the dimensional outline, and that's why. If I click it again, you'll see where we're at. Now, why are we getting this? Well, let's think about this. If we pivot our workpiece, and you see here that we're at the base of the chassis, if we check our machine coordinate, you can see our machine coordinate is allocated to 0. That means, in theory, you would be at the actual base level of your table, meaning you'd be through the workpiece that would be laid on here, the arbitrary workpiece, and you'd be actually inside of your base of your table, which we never want to do. So, and nor would that be even realistic in the sense that anything you go to machine is going to have a thickness to it. So what you would do essentially here, and I'm just going to do this so you guys can see, I'm just going to jog my z-axis up to an arbitrary piece, let's say 2 inches. Come up just about 2 inches. Now you see where I'm at above the actual substrate. If I zero this, now you see it's elevated the actual workpiece. And you can see there's that 2-inch elevation. I set my z-axis at an arbitrary height of 12 inches. And that 2 inches now means I'm 2 inches from the base of the chassis, which means I only have 10 inches of travel going to the top of it. And you can see here exactly what we've got. Okay, and you can see now once again, all of our axes are now in the yellow. What does that mean? That simply means that we are now ready to machine safely. If you were to hit start, you're golden. Okay, now what is safe z-axis height? Well, just for my guys out there, the novice just looking into the genre of CNC robotics, safe z-axis height is basically where your z-axis is going to travel to a preset height so that when if it jogs on the table, if a job is finished, whatever it may be, it moves that z-axis to a safe height so that it doesn't impede on any substrate or anything else on the table for whatever reason that may be. Now, thinking in terms of safe z-axis height, in order to do it, as far as setting it up in the software, it's super easy. So what we're going to do here is we're going to turn off the console. You see everything now is off. I'm going to come over here to configuration. I'm going to go to settings. Come over here to tool tab, and you can see here safe z moves. Allow safe z moves. Now arbitrarily you're going to have this turned on. You may not even know it, but the software has it already turned on. And once again, you got the cute little clip notes here. Perform a jump to a safe height when you press stop button, and it's explaining it, or before preparation move or after G-code execution. Again, I love the idea that when you hit the stop button, whether it be on the console or whatever, it's going to naturally move your safe z-axis height. Now, to set your safe z-axis height, I have mine set arbitrarily at 5 inches. If it was in millimeters, whatever measuring matrix you guys choose, whether it be imperial or metric, it would be in that matrix of measurement. Either way, you can't beat it because, again, it is going to most likely save your bacon at one point or another, especially when you have an end mill mounted, and we all will at one point. So, again, keep that in mind. Now, you can select the measurement to be correlated to work coordinates, machine coordinates, or as an incremental rise. And if you want to know more about this, just keep your actual cursor over the box and it'll basically go over exactly what you're looking at. So again, very, very simple. I'm going to leave mine set at 5 inches. I'm going to show you exactly what happens with this and how it works. I'm going to click OK. Of course, just give me the normal warning and we'll go OK. Come out. Now I'm going to turn my console on again. And this is something else I've gotten questions on, and you're going to notice now, look at how big my table is, right? It looks crazy. Well, as soon as we hit start, it's going to recycle and reload the G-code automatically. You'll also notice the Z-axis is now at -2 inches, and that's normal. It's just not correlating yet. Anything has been done because we've already cycled off the console. So once I hit start, everything will go back to normal. I'm going to click OK. Naturally, I'm within everything. You'll see it now. It'll rezoom out. And there it goes. And now we can come back in. And you can see, I'm gonna show you in slow motion what's actually going to happen when I hit stop. We'll just let her do a little machining, couple G-code lines, excuse me. And what you're going to find is when I hit stop on the actual console over here, you're going to see the Z-axis travel 5 inches up. Watch what happens. Here we go. Now you see her climbing. And there it goes, moved at exactly 5 inches. And that's for that clearance purpose. So if we look here, you can see in reference three-dimensionally of where our Z-axis is in reference to our workpiece. You can still see the workpiece is set correctly. You can still see the 2-inch separation from the base of the table of the thickness to represent of the workpiece. And you see exactly how this works. Now, it's interesting whether a G-code has stopped. When it starts, whenever you hit stop, this will incrementally and autonomously take over. So again, it protects your Z-axis. Overall, this is the safest way to keep your Z-axis from ever impeding on any of your work. I've had guys say, oh, how do I, get my Z-axis out of the way when a job is finished? A lot of guys want that last raise at the end of a job. Well, this is very simple. It does it autonomously in Pumotix. So again, it protects all of your work. And you'll notice something else. If I hit go to 0 now, you're going to notice that my axis X and my axis Y will go to 0. However, Z-axis will stay high. And here we go. And you see her moving at that 5-inch of actual raised elevation. And the reason we're doing that again is for safety. So again, that's how the Safe Z-axis feature works. I hope that this video has been helpful. Again, guys, I'll be doing more videos, but we are getting closer to the holiday season and things have been crazy. I mean, really crazy. So I'm trying to fit as many videos in as possible. I know I'm getting a lot of questions. If you guys request any type of consultation, quotes, questions, whatever it may be, please message me direct at storm2313@gmail.com. You can also message me through my eDealer direct store on eBay. I'll have links in the beginning of the video and at the end. To all my subscribers, I love you guys. Thank you for your support. I wish you the best. Take care.